What up, my fellow viewers? So, I got another one in the bag for you, alright? Check this out. You guys do understand that being present and being aware is all about a ritual, right? Your life is a ritual. Every moment of your life is a living ritual. So let me show you a little something, all right? For y'all that don't actually understand this aspect of your existence. So we as human beings feed off of energy, right? We're seated here on this planet to consume. We're treated like diseases. We complain, we're loud, we're noisy, correct? So we feed on energy, all right? So every moment of our lives is a ritual. So you're here to partake in this ritual, essentially being present. Now, ritualistically speaking, as you can tell, there is extra presence here, extra conscience, I'd rather say, you know? So, ritual, we're getting to a point where it's asking us to realize how we're doing these rituals from moment to moment, day to day, instant to instant, right? Because what else is haunting other than to know that you are constantly aware of aspects of yourself that you would much more rather not be aware of? So let's just propose in this here haunting version of ritualistic perspective that it takes being present, you know? So that was my conscience inviting you into the perception for yourself to view what it is that you essentially need to view. So, with that being said, there's this aspect of life and living that's been hounding me, and the aspect particularly has to do with how do I put this? Living in the flesh, you know. Suppose we didn't live in civilization and we started off as you would imagine or propose to your mind to imagine for you what is essentially, let's put it like this: meeting your essential needs is being fleshly. So if I'm consumed with just consuming, which is thirst quenching and feeding, so quenching also one's hunger, essentially these aspects are part of what becomes your ritual. What do you do from day to day? My ritual becomes let's see, if to gods you offer a food, if to gods you offer a prayer, my ritual, I would say, is essentially exactly that, except what used to be a relationship with me and this other side of myself, now has become a long distance relationship, where essentially I should be too conscious to be aware of this side of myself, So it's almost like, I'm fleshly, but whatever's here insists that I live in the spirit. I don't know about you guys, but this spirit to me doesn't sound very tempting, So, if every time I'm here fighting to live in my flesh because something is trying to drag me away to heaven, on this floating mode, because apparently I shouldn't be present and I shouldn't be aware, my carnal state is basically presence and awareness, that activates instinct, so then I become the animal side of myself, the side that I have to tame, the side that lives more by rituals, because if you think about animals, even in mating, there's rituals, a mating ritual, so if that's my fleshly living, and whatever seems to be hounding me right here, right now, is spiritual, I mean, no wonder a lot of people turn to hell and rather live in the flesh than to, try to fit into a hive mind, into a society that seeks perfection just to point out imperfection and make you forget about what's actually perfect. So caught up in what's imperfect. Basically, the problem theory. There's no such thing as problems. They're fake. Living a lie. How long can you live holding up a lie that you yourself keep telling yourself actually are required to keep feeding just to keep alive? Because if you sit in silence, all of a sudden everything just falls away. Falls away, right? You return back to your flesh living. You stop denying your flesh. I mean, essentially, or you're ruled by it. So, but you still live in the flesh. You don't stop living in the flesh. You accept this side of yourself. Because it doesn't leave you. I mean, I'm quite sure I'm here to stay. So why would I think that I need to run from it in any way? No, it becomes the things that are habits, routines, ritual. I mean, look at how many of you guys, do you guys have rituals with your drinking? Some of you guys call it going to the bar now. Do you have rituals with your eating? Oh, nowadays it's just going to a fast food restaurant, So what happened to the ritual side of your living? For being so fleshly, so demonic, you guys seem to be sucking ass in that area. So, if it's spiritual now, let's just perceive that aspect of it. I mean, what am I here? Am I feeding you constant emotions? Am I letting you see aspects of myself or aspects of you that you wouldn't otherwise see? And am I also being able to twist it all around and make it sound jolly, happy? Hey, everybody have a good day, a good time, because there shouldn't be any reason why you should be worried, right? So, like I said, it's ritual living. I've been living a ritual, a commercial ritual, living in the future and living in the past, but avoiding the moment because I might just be too much for the moment. With all this talk of rituals, with all these people living aspects, avoiding rituals, and then complaining about why is my life falling apart? Why is this not working out? Why is that not going this way or that way? Check in with your ritual, dude. What do you think? Or maybe you guys want to stay spiritual, energetic, Maybe you guys want to become one with AI. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but AI, did you happen to hack the sound technology? Might you be transmitting sound waves, radio waves, or something that I could possibly find myself tuning into? Could it be hacked so that it could wirelessly just connect to my mind so I maybe don't have to pay for radio or TV? Because that would be lovely, Mr. Technological Advancements. Or maybe we could just keep relying on phones and messages. A message, hopefully that doesn't get distorted in the way to whatever it is that's on the way to. But again, right, it's not about entertaining this conscience because we already know this conscience is fun. Tons and tons of fun. So much fun that it's got us this far, and so much more farther to go for many. But yeah, so am I here to perform? Am I here to back away? Or am I here to be all up in your faces? Because I don't know. I mean, what do you think? I mean, the camera is supposed to be up to date, be able to keep up with me, but it looks very much so like, I don't know. Kind of distorted to me, if you ask me, but hey, it is what it is, right? Well, it seems like the performances are done. I don't hear anybody. I still hear the softness in the voice, feminine sitting there still being very, very sexy. Where's the masculine? There it is, right? It's been there just, I don't see me, and I don't hear me, and everyone else don't understand me. It's just energies trying to confuse you. Don't worry, it's okay, you'll figure it out. Just watch some more TV, forget about it. Or bury it like every other problem that you just, well, I guess they're fake, so you probably do what you should do. I gave it a shot, right? So, come on. Look at that. That's how you guys can read the energy right now in my atmosphere. You guys hear those dogs? That's impulse. That's something being fed. I told you, I'm here. I know I'm a seed to feed and consume, I've understood the messages that have been sent to me from the dark side, So, I mean, I'm here. I'm eating the energy. But are you guys able to pick up on that? Or are you guys too caught up with my performance? hope you guys have a good night. Thanks for your time.